Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Apologies if the phone beeps, I can't help it, it just happens. Element of spirit in general. Now this is a difficult one and I'll tell you why. Because we are working with centre, the being at one with all, the balance of all four and the balance of life, the pure ether, the nebulous realm, the sign of infinity, this realm, this element, is believed to be in ruling of the archangels. However, I just want to point out that, first and foremost, this is how I was taught, and I was taught via the Atlantic archangels, so not everyone was taught in the same way. And I actually recently bought myself a book and read just to be sure, because obviously the Book of Manans is quite old and it's not something, well, you'll see why, even though they are archangels, you'll understand as we go along why it's different. Now, the Nordic and the Celtics, they would have the tree of life central. The colours that are used in general, just in a general form, is white, obviously. That's the main colour, but also colours of the rainbow as well. Those are quite popular. I believe it's ancient Mexican cultures. They would use all the colours. The Zuni tribe as well. They would also use, I think, black and indigo, because it kind of represents point and an end, sort of two colours that change, point and end. The Chinese would use yellow and it would be earth, so it's a little bit different with them. But regardless, it was always central. It's always the centre spirit, the being of all. It flows through everything. Generally speaking, there will also be a black candle and there'll be a white candle, because it's all about the transition. The god and the goddess of your choosing can also represent the spirit. The white wise one and the black wise one, dragons as we've discussed, they can also represent the centre. It's the spiral, obviously, and the deities that you choose are of yin and yang sort of thing, that yin and yang blending, I guess. It's the cosmos, it's the universe, it's astrology, it's everything and everywhere, so it's kind of hard to give it various names, it is what it is. However, the way you connect your spirit on an elemental side is via the magical circle, the understanding of the karma law. I think it's any supreme deity that you tend to work with on a spiritual path, because it's about spiritual growth. It's about growing your knowledge and enlightenment in its purest form. The idea is to get the soul into the next level, to prepare for its next life. That's the basic idea. It's just pure. It's very radiant. Now, with the archangels being involved in spirit, they, in my learnings, no wings. They had no wings, okay? What they had was, they are light beings, therefore they show themselves like they have wings, but yet they don't. It's how their aura sort of protrudes from them. Now, if you want to set up an altar, and you're looking to set up one for the archangels in general, not the ones that I'm going to talk about, but the general ones, you would have Raphael east, Michael would be south, Gabriel would be west, Uriel would be north. Centre would be Metatron, the knowledge and the learner. Now, there's a couple of words worth knowing. Angiras is a Sanskrit word for divine spirits or messenger, which you will see out there, and Dàemon. Dàemon was what the Greeks called these archangels, and they're not really interpreted in the same way nor used in the same way, etc., but they were daimons. Now that's been changed to demon, which is odd, but anyway, I'll put the words in the description, obviously. It's easier that way so you can actually read them. Some angels that are underneath the archangels can be Abnokiel, the angel of November. There's, I'm trying to think, Uzriel. Uzriel's not in Kabbalah writings, not in any of that, only in Islamic writings, and known as the angel of death. Interesting. Barakiel, the ruler of lightning, success, and about taking chances, but also rules Jupiter. There's a few others. Let me think. Conakiel, I remember that. Conakiel, yes. So Conakiel ruled Mars. Avenging angel is what he was known for. However, he did also aid with courage, protection, exorcism. So he did a lot. Now, it's believed he also was the angel of tears by some, angel of solitude, and he helped with patience. So, as you see, it's very different regarding the archangels, obviously. It's very different. So, I guess we'll just do it from how I learned. And I'm sure there's many other angels, by the way, but I'm just telling you the ones that I worked with and know, but not in the same sense as what you know them. But we'll definitely, I'll do my best to explain it. Right, I'll explain it how I learnt. And I have researched and read since looking at Nan's book and going back into what I did. And I have read about them now. Never used to really work with them as such. It was always other beings, but you'll see why it makes... You'll see. Now, the way I was taught is this is how it goes, guys. And I am sorry for anybody who does not believe this way. I'm just going to apologise now. You can connect with them via the 8-pointed star through meditation. Centre meditation, you know. Centralising of all things, I suppose. Angel Gabriel later became Amun, then later became Diana or Artemis. The throat chakra is what Gabriel represents. And the West, obviously. Hanael became Anubis, then later on became Poseidon and also possibly Neptune, the base or root chakra. Joviel became Hathor, then, as we know now, Aphrodite or Venus, the solar plexus, the central, your stomach, your gut, your instincts. And Metatron became Isis, but is now known as Demeter or Ceres. Metatron is central. Angel Michael became Mahat, then became Hades, and then Pluto. He's the crown chakra. Raphael, he became Muat Nut, then became Hestia and Vesta, the heart chakra. Raziel became Osiris, but also Jupiter and Zeus now, as we know, the forehead chakra. Sandalphon, he became Ta, but now is Hera and June, or Juno, Some people say June, some people say Juno. Now, Shamael, or some people say Shamael and some say Samael, but I know it as Shamael. Ra and Horus is what Shamael became. As of today, is known as Apollo or Phobos. Uriel, the Archangel Uriel, became Sekhmet, the Bast, basically. Now, though, Uriel is Athena or Menelia. Then we have Zadkiel or Zadkiel, it depends how you pronounce it, who became Seth, then Eris or Mars. Zafkiel or Zafikiel, depends how you pronounce it, became Thoth. And from Thoth he is now Hermes and Mercury, the sacral chakra. So as you see, was I working with archangels? You could say that if you go back to the very basic. It's just that the belief is that what happened was when Atlantis did go under, they travelled, and obviously they travelled through the skies, and they were put in different places basically with different names. I don't know if you know how they say once you have the name of a demon, for example, or Dàemon, I would say, then you have power over it. Do you understand what I'm... If you go through it, don't matter what context, if you know the name, you have power over it. Right, okay. It's the same belief here. If you know the name, you have power over it. But eventually that became pointless because the names always got out regardless, apparently. So this is why now there are so many names. That way, you don't know which one truly identifies with the archangel. So it's said. I'm not saying they're bad because they're not. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's our belief that these other worshipped beings can possibly, from an Atlantis point of view, linked back to the very archangels in which we know, yet all that's changed is their name. And that is how I have worked with them, but not, if you get what I mean. If you want to work with the archangels, the best way to remember is for center, you will have your spiral, infinity symbol, both, one or either, white and black candle, or a rainbow coloured candle. Gabriel is divine messenger. Hanael is sacred warrior. Jophiel is the holy liberator. Metatron is the supernal teacher. Michael is the cosmic leader. Raphael is the holy leader. Raziel is divine mysteries. Sandalphon is sacred guardian. Shamael is the divine guide. Uriel is the eternal companion. Zadkiel, divine comforter, and Zafkiel is the sacred lover. But remember, we go from Gabriel, Amun, Diana, Artemis. So we have to take all those beings into consideration because that's how I was brought up. And what I'm saying is I would be working with Diana or Artemis, not Gabriel, if you understand what I mean. Also, it's very important to understand that they do not have male and female. That does not exist in the archangels. They are just beings. Whether you have them come through as divine masculine or divine feminine is completely your choice. It really is. And yeah, that's really all there is to say on the spirit. I mean, the spirit is everything. So that's how I was learnt, and it depends how you want to work with them. You can work with them on any way. As you can see, you can even use planets. But if you research, you'll find there's lots of angels underneath them. Lots and lots you could work with. That all, when you research, they all come back to a point of a new era god, a new age goddess, or whatever you want to call it. So Thank you for listening, guys. That's all you really need to know for spirit, because, like I say, the angels are the angels, isn't there? Many blessings, many blessings.